Hey everybody, welcome to Live in the Living Room. We are here, we're live in the living room. And we're going to try something new. We got this portable microphone here. So
Test. Can you hear me in the back?
Yeah, this is how that night's going to go. So then, hopefully it'll pick up because we've heard from our viewers that
We can't hear anything.
that they can't hear. So hopefully this is better. So we got a great show tonight planned for you.
Who do you have besides us two?
I have. We have PJ Steelman, singer-songwriter. He's been here for how many years?
Well, I'm 147 and I moved here when I was 21.
I thought so. All right, and then Carson Mack. Carson Mack is here. So what we do basically, our whole idea of our show that we do, I think we do it every other week, it seems like. I don't even know what episode this is, but I think we're on our 15th, 20th episode, whatever. But if you're looking for the episodes that we've previously recorded, you cannot find them, except maybe 3 or 4 of them, because Facebook was nice enough to delete them after 30 days. So the plan is that we are going to redo them with our friends, and so then we'll be able to archive all the new ones. Also, too, if you are interested in our past singer-songwriters, their stuff is all over Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. Just check them out. So, how you guys doing?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty dandy.
Feeling groovy?
Yeah.
How about you? Feeling groovy?
I'd feel better if he hadn't given me directions to his summer home.
Well, you know what? I wanted you to see what a successful songwriter
Well,
makes.
it didn't look successful in the neighborhood that I was in. I was just trying to get out.
Did you look at the neighborhood you're in now?
No, I came in a nice way.
Okay. If you know anything about Nashville, Tennessee, we are right across the street from Hadley Park, which is a block away from Jefferson Street. Very famous Jefferson Street, where Jimi Hendrix was playing. Did you know that?
Hadley, wasn't he the guard? And
Shawshank Redemption?
yes.
I don't know. Was he? Or was he in the Green Mile?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're asking the audience for answers.
2.
No.
2?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. All right. So anyway, we're going to kick off. And again, sorry that we started late, but we are here. We are live in the living room. So, Carson, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you're from, and hopefully the mic picks up.
Well, I'm originally from Mars.
Okay.
Some bit of an alien. I'm kidding. I'm from.
No, I believe you.
You believe me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, I'm originally from North Carolina,
Okay.
and so I spent
One of
time-
the 50 states.
Exactly. One of the. I'm a U.S. of A. Land of the free, baby. No. I'm from North Carolina. I spent a little bit of time there when I was a kid, and I moved to Wichita, Kansas, and that's kind of where I got my start in music, and I started to songwrite and sing and play guitar and everything. I was about 8 years old.
You
So
started when you were 8.
I did. I actually started piano when I was about 5, guitar when I was about 8.
And you're 9 now?
I'm 9 now.
Okay.
That's right. 9 going on 19.
That's good.
I'm 20 now. I'll be. I was just telling Bobby I won't have to have the X's on my hands anymore in about 2 months when I go into play on Broadway.
Do you play there on there now?
I did.
Do you?
I play down there. I play at Mellow Mushroom in Margaritaville.
Okay.
So, they're cool spots. So.
Very cool.
But yeah.
You play for tips, or are they actually
They
giving?
pay. They
Oh,
pay down
that's
there.
good.
They're good people down there. So.
I played for tips.
Yeah.
My first tip was Beauregard in the 3rd.
So what?
Beauregard in the 3rd.
You guys don't follow horse racing?
No.
Oh, well, never mind. Ignore that, everybody.
But yeah, it was. I went to an art school after my mom homeschooled me, and she was like, "Hey, you should go to this art school." We moved back to North Carolina from Kansas. I attended that school and did classical guitar during that time. And after high school, I went to college at NC State, and I just graduated there in May, and moved on up to Nashville, and I'm trying my hand at this whole music thing. Been here about 7 months.
You're on your way.
Thanks, man.
And you?
I homeschooled my son.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
the way
it was
to go.
the greatest thing I've done.
It is.
Yes.
You can go at your own pace. You can speed it up, slow it down, and really learn what you're.
He graduated in the 10th grade and went to college. So
There you go.
that worked
Exactly.
out really
I went to
well.
school early as well. So, yeah. That's cool.
My mom helped me back in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there. Sorry, Mom.
It's because you were the only kid in the 3rd grade that had a beard.
That's right. No. If I remember correctly, my father ripped up my number line on the desk at my school. We had number lines to help us learn math. And my dad didn't like that idea. So he made a big deal about it. And I'm as dumb as a box of rocks today. I'm kidding. All right, so that's public education for you.
There you go.
Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I've
I
got your
can't wait.
box of rocks out in the van if you want them back. What do you want to know about me?
Tell us where you come from. Just tell everybody
Well,
out there what you want to know.
I'm a whole lot better coming from Mars. I came from Venus.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Now, originally, I'll tell you, Bobby,
Yep.
can you get the people in the mezzanine to quiet down?
Okay. Shh, everybody up there.
All right. From Baltimore. Baltimore, as I tell everybody, is a great place to be from. You don't want to live in Baltimore. And most people are taking my advice. In 1960, the census had Baltimore City at a little over 3 million. The last census was 540,000.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Baltimore is not a great place.
No.
Oh.
It's rough.
Adrian, we went to Baltimore.
But yeah, we're not gonna talk about
We're not going to talk about that.
Hey, are you not a Ravens?
I
you're not a
wondered
Ravens
about
fan,
those
right?
bullet holes in your vehicle out there.
Tell me you're not a Ravens fan.
Well, I moved away before the Ravens ever came to town.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
Adrian will tell you about the Ravens.
I hate the Ravens.
That used to be the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
I like baseball, ice hockey, basketball, anything else you could think of in the world of sports, including tiddlywinks and pickup sticks, and then football.
Football.
When I was 28, Thanksgiving Day weekend, we're playing football out in our back lot, and a guy hit me. He didn't tackle me. Got kind of went up in the air and came down. Broke 3 vertebrae in my back
Oh.
and my left collarbone.
Dang. All right.
And that's when you discovered the flexi capacitor.
Oh yeah. But then, January, a couple months later, the Colts snuck out of town.
The Baltimore Colts.
Yes, that's when I decided I don't really like football.
So you were a Colts fan?
Yes. Johnny U, Raymond Berry,
Johnny Unitas. Yeah.
Artie Donovan.
You didn't
all
think
of
I
them.
knew Johnny Unitas, did you? My mom taught me about Johnny Unitas. He was a quarterback,
Yeah,
right?
and he was from Pittsburgh.
Was he from Pittsburgh?
He was a good
Very
guy.
cool.
Really good
A
guy.
little bit before I got into it.
Before you were born.
Yeah.
Well, in all honesty, I go around telling everybody I'm 18.
Dude, you don't
The
look
truth is, my birthday's coming up in August. August 5th, everybody.
August 5th.
I'll be 19 this year.
You're single.
So, what are some of your influences? Now, you mentioned that you played you learned classical guitar,
I did, yes sir, I did.
and that is amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
That's why
it
you're
was-
here.
It was
Because you amazed me.
Oh man, it was it was so beneficial for the finger dexterity and really just knowing the fretboard and everything like that. And I was fortunate enough to get in it when I did, and very fortunate to go to that school and learn so much because that was kind of broadened my understanding of theory a little bit more. Shout out to my first piano teacher ever. She taught me the basics, but it really just kind of blew it wide open for me. And so it was easier to know the fretboard, easier to transfer all that to what I like to do now. Much easier. So
Yeah.
but my first ever influence actually was Keith Urban. I heard Somebody Like You and I went on to CMT.com and looked at all of his videos. And I'm just a ginormous Keith Urban fan to this day. Him and Kenny Chesney, I love his old stuff too. That pretty much paved the way into classic rock. I liked a lot of that. My parents obviously listened to a bunch of classic rock music. The Eagles, Fleetwood Mac. Then you go into the pop stuff, Bruno Mars, Michael Jackson, The Weeknd. Then it really, I like a little bit of everything. And that's, I have influences from all across the board. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
And what about you? What are your influences?
Well, Keith Urban's first song, what was it? I was just thinking of it a second ago.
You
But
talking
anyway.
about back in the ranch in '97?
Not sure, but but for the grace of God go I.
Oh, and the
Do,
99
do,
album, yeah.
It has this beautiful steel guitar on it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So was a pedal steel player,
Oh, that's awesome.
but I went to go see Keith,
That's cool.
and instead of having a pedal steel, he used a banjo. To tell you how disappointed I was.
The band guitar.
I can't begin to describe my disappointment.
That's probably when Better Life came out, wasn't it? Yeah. Man.
But anyway, I grew up playing a clarinet and a soprano saxophone.
Clarinet. Adrian plays the clarinet.
Once I got out of school, there wasn't a lot of call for that in Baltimore. So I switched over to guitar strings, and every band that I was in was just depended on what they needed. Had a steel player, lead guitar player, bass man. Never played drums. Actually, I played drums in some recordings, but never out live. And, thought that guy was going to drive right up into your living room.
It says he has to go through the fence.
Oh, thought he was opening a drive-through window right there.
We got some characters out there.
Got some in here.
Yes, yes we do.
Well, is this the end of the show? I'll see you all later.
No. We just started.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, what's your question?
What were your influences?
Well, actually, here's the thing.
Are you under the
growing-
influence?
Yes, I am. Growing up in Baltimore, there was no country music. I never even heard of country music. I heard Johnny Cash, but there was no country station in Baltimore. And then this guy that I went to school with would come in and say, "Have you heard so-and-so's new song?" Nah, I never even heard of him. "Hey, have you heard this song?" No. Where are you hearing this stuff? There was a Catholic radio station that was on from dawn till dusk. And in the afternoons from 2 to 4, they played country music. So I thought, well, I'll tune in. I still didn't know it was country music. He just told me to listen then. And the first country song I heard was Bobby Bear, Come Sundown. And I thought, dang, I like this. And I thought, the writing is so good. Of course, then as it progressed a little bit, found out the first song I heard was written by Chris Christopherson. So it was setting the bar kind of high.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then other writing, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's interesting that you say that, because when I was little, I just listened to classical music. That's what my parents showed me, is Baby Einstein, for those of you who know.
Well,
And
Baby
Baby Einstein is, that was my stuff when I was like 2.
You remember the butterfly graduation?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't remember that. It's been a minute. But
I had 2 kids.
when I was 3, we were in the car and I took a nap, and I woke up from the nap, and When the Sun Goes Down was on the radio, and I was like,
Kenny
"What
Chesney.
kind of music?" Yes. Well, I was like, "What kind of music is this? Like, what is this?" That's a country music. I was like, "What is country music?" And so that's kind of how the CNT.com
That's kinda how I
thing.
was.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool. So just
Maybe about 30 years earlier, but
Right.
that's what is this stuff? Country
Right, what is
music?
this?
You know, what is this?
Cool.
That was
Isn't that cool?
Kenny Chesney and Uncle Cracker.
Yes.
The only reason why I know that is because Adrian
Uncle
likes
Cracker's
that.
hotter when the sun goes down.
Uncle Cracker's hotter than the sun goes down. He's even hotter when I turn the volume on. So, all right. So, I want you to do is I want you to play the very first song that you ever wrote.
Oh, I don't remember that. Oh my gosh, that was.
If you could try. Listen, nobody knows if you're faking it.
That's
or not.
very true. It's very true.
Wait, here's one I wrote for Johnny Cash. It's a,
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, there you go. I think I've heard that before.
I wrote the first one. Oh, go ahead.
I was playing steel guitar for this guy. We were at Mars Music in Elkton, Maryland. And he decided he wanted to do that. He says, have you ever heard it? I said, yeah, I've heard it. I've never played it. We ended up doing like a 15-minute version.
Of what? Stairway?
Yeah.
Oh, Stairway.
But it's a great steel guitar song. Great.
All right, well, we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Do you know your first song that you ever wrote?
No, I have no idea.
One of those 6,000 that you wrote?
Honestly, I don't have the faintest idea.
Oh, I can play a little bit of it.
All right.
So there's 2 songs that I wrote. I was probably, I think I was 8 years old. It was right when I first started. And there's one that I don't remember. There's one that I kind of did. And it was just, I learned the D minor shape like up here. So I was like doing this. And of course, the lyrics, looking back on it, you know, they don't quite make a whole lot of sense. I knew what I was talking about at the time. I promise you guys.
Have you ever heard of Paul Simon songs? They don't make a whole lot.
But I actually thought about this the other day. It's called "I'm Thinking."
All right.
That's the song. I was trying to be very pensive when I wrote this.
Go ahead.
It was like, over here, I've been trying. No. But I wanna go hiding. I've been trying to think, but I can't decide it. I've been trying to think about this very hard. I'm gonna go riding. So as you see, I was just rhyming a bunch of words pretty much together, but
That's how you write a song.
that was my start to songwriting. So.
Well, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I was not prepared for that type of question, man.
I told you.
I
told you. All right.
All right, so we're going to
Good.
fake it?
Yeah,
all right. I'm going to fake this.
You're gonna play the mighty
Nope.
Mississippi.
No, actually, this is so long ago, I don't remember the melody.
Okay.
Actually, I wrote it a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know the melody.
Okay.
It's called More Pills in a Bottle.
All right. You want me to hold it while you play it?
No, there's no melody. I'm just going to read
Oh,
it.
you're just gonna read it. All right.
All right. There's a place I go where the lights are low, to a neighborhood serene. Take the pill, soon comes the thrill. Not long till you're on the scene. Folks there are always smiling, and the drinks, they all are free. And baby, once you get there, you never want to leave. So let's reach for that stuff. It's just sitting there. Oh, it's the only way to survive. You put it in and wash it down, so glad to be alive. It stops the pain till next time. If I could only control the throttle. You'll pay again, you always do. Just more pills in a bottle. Now the chorus. You'll take the high till it all runs dry, then look for something pleasing. Try to fake a smile, then be glad for a while to find that you're still breathing. I was trying to get him to sway with you.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. That was
the first one I ever wrote when I was 6 years old.
He wrote that a week ago. You're really throwing a flying joint in here, Steelman. No.
Well, my next question.
You're a very wise 6-year-old.
Yes. Do you know who won the Orioles-Pirates game today?
No.
I do.
Okay, so tell it.
Pirates lost 5-2 to the mighty
Wah, wah,
Orioles.
wah, 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 wah. All right. All right. So play me a song. Play me one that you want to play.
There ain't no southern comfort in this town. Ain't no use hanging around. A body could get old before you turn around. There ain't no southern comfort in this town. I'll be here each night in this hotel until the job runs out. Working 2 weeks, maybe 3. But every evening when the sun goes down, that no world's over me. Well, I'm so lonely I can hardly speak. I'm just looking for something that I can hold on to. Someone that's not that hard to please. Now all these southern summer nights are burned into the sun, and I'm weary and a lonely heart upon my sleep. No, there ain't no southern comfort in this town. Ain't no use, I can't see anything hanging around. Bobby looks so much better now that I'm blind. There ain't no southern comfort in this town. You ready for the big finale? There ain't no southern comfort. There ain't no southern comfort. Ain't no southern comfort in this town. You're supposed to yell, "Shut your eyes."
When did you write that song?
Actually, I was playing this little club. It was probably about 10 or 12 years ago. And break, I'm sitting at the bar, and right across, sitting up there, in front of all the mirrors, was a bottle of Southern Comfort. And then I thought, I'm going to write this about a different kind of Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
That's cool. It's amazing where people get ideas.
I pitched this. It had to be at least 12 years ago because it was about 10 years ago. I pitched it to the Eagles. They wrote back, sent me an email back saying, "We really like your song, blah, 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 blah." That was the last I heard from them. But I did look at their next 2 albums just in case they had recorded it. They didn't.
Yeah.
No.
No. That's too bad. did you really get a response from
Yes.
the Eagles?
And I
That's
would
awesome.
still have it if I wasn't locked out of my Yahoo mail account.
It's been a while.
Oh, well, I would never.
Was it for their 2007 album?
Hell Freezes? I mean,
No.
East of
Long
Road Out of Eden.
Man, flashback, because that's another big album for me in terms of what influenced me. Huge album. I know every track on both sides of the album.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Did you like that album?
Loved it.
Yeah. There's a few songs on there that I really
you
really
wrote?
like. No.
You wrote them?
No, I
didn't know that.
Which ones are your favorites?
I love No More Walking in the Woods.
Yes, that's a good one.
I love Like a
Oh, hey, so that one's called How Long.
How Long?
And
How Long? And
It's just
then
funny.
Funny
Go
story.
on, yeah.
Before I started playing guitar, that was the first song I sang at open mic night ever.
that's a
That
great song.
Yeah.
And then my ultimate favorite on that whole album was Weeds. I've been waiting in the weeds. Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
Great
It's a
song.
beautiful song.
No more walking in the woods.
No More Walking in the Woods.
In my bare feet.
The Long Ride
It
Eden,
wasn't in the song.
the title track was actually, that has one of my favorite guitar solos in it ever.
Which one?
Longer Ride Eden.
Oh, yeah.
The 10 minutes off. But
Don Henley is so political and everything.
He's crazy. I know.
Everything
I
he
know.
writes, and that was
I know.
supposed to be a sequel to Hotel California. It was Long Road Out of Eden.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I like the first one better. Anyway,
Like Star Wars.
that's a different podcast.
Oh.
If we have time, we'll freak everybody out. This
Okay.
here, he's a Star Wars fan.
Let's go.
All right, I want you to play a song.
Stay tuned after we finish this show because we'll start our second episode right after this, and we're getting into all the Star
We're here
Wars.
till midnight.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
I think Adrian has something to say about
The
that.
neighbors have already been banging on the door trying to get us to quiet down.
They're too high to do anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I want you to play something that you really want to play. I'm not familiar with all your songs. Like, I know what songs that he plays because he's been in a lot of my rounds, and he's got some great songs.
Okay, yeah.
So I want you to play what you think is your best song.
I'll play what I think is one of my best right now.
So what I want you to do is I want you to show off. Is what I'm asking
Okay.
you to do.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
I'll do my best.
But you have to keep your shirt on.
You shut up.
I'm all nipple, man. You can't make me do that. This is.
We gotta get Vid Angel. cut the language out.
Don't
Go ahead.
worry, Bobby Ray will do all the editing after the program.
Heck.
But
Okay.
but yeah, so I played this one actually I think at Bad X.
Yes.
And this one doesn't really have a story behind it, although I've done a lot of recently since I moved to Nashville. I focused on kind of the country aspect of writing, and I wanted to go back more on the funk side of things and tap into those like early Michael Jackson influences for me. Recently, it's been Bruno Mars and Silk Sonic, all that good stuff.
Love them.
Love them; they're great. And so I wrote this one back in October. I came up with the riff for it in May of last year, and I didn't get back to it until October. And then I sat down and I made myself finish that song because I was like, "This is a good riff. I feel like I should use it." And I was up until about 1:30 working on that one on like a Monday. So this is, and I hope it was worth it. You guys tell me. This is called Pretty Please. So.
think I'm gonna pick up drums. It's amazing.
I appreciate it, man.
I started playing electric guitar in, what was it? I turned 50. I remember that.
This was 25 years ago?
Something like that. So I turned 50 and I heard Brad Paisley. And I'm like, I want to play like that.
He's another one, after Kenny Chesney and Keith Urban, Brad Paisley, and Time Well Wasted album.
Yeah, great album. But when I heard Brad Paisley, and I'm like, well, he's younger than me. I'm older than him. I've been playing guitar longer than him. Surely I could play like him. Yeah.
And Shirley said, yes, you can.
And then I bought a telly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took it back. Then I bought it again. And I took it back. And I bought it again.
What? The same one?
Long story. So anyway.
The same telly.
So anyway. So I wanted to learn how to play lead guitar.
Yeah.
And then I looked at you. And then I just want to take that Telecaster and just hang it back up on you.
No.
I'll
Pick it back up.
I'll stick to my 3 chords.
No.
Amazing.
All you need is a little chicken picker.
You show me how to do that. Would you show me how to do that?
I'm kind of like, I just do the slap stuff, really.
I don't
I
care,
don't know
man.
the proper chicken picking.
No,
I usually do that with, it's like a weird technique. But
Yeah.
I can, like, the double stops I can.
Can you play like that?
I play like that every night.
All right, let's see.
In my dreams.
Okay, all right.
No, while you were playing, Bobby and I were sitting here thinking together, you little show off.
What? I told him to show off. I mean, that was, you know what? If Michael Jackson was alive, you know what he would say about that?
You suck.
No, he'd say, let me out of this box.
No, get me out.
No, I think Michael Jackson could have done that song.
It's kind of, I thought about it after I wrote it, and I was like, there's what's it called? It's called Shake Your Body. It's a song. It's not Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, but it's got that same groove to it.
Yeah.
And it was one of my favorites as a kid, and I think it's like the same key and everything, and kind of same tempo.
Do you know what song it was?
No, but his song sounded like something I would have listened to in the 80s.
Yeah.
High school on the radio. Yeah.
That's a pretty good compliment.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Hopefully it'll still be
In the
relevant
80s?
today.
It is still relevant.
Did you say in the 80s?
80s, yeah.
How about you? You want to play a song?
20?
Which one? Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you want to? I want you to play one of my favorite songs of yours,
No.
and I do have favorite songs of yours, and you played them last night, and it
I
was
played
funny.
it this afternoon. I played at Bobby's Idle Hour this afternoon, and I thought, just a 10-minute drive over to Bobby Ray's. Well, went out to visit the summer home on the lake.
Of Madison, which is about a half hour from here. Anyway, I want you to play. 2 of them are great.
All right, I want to play The Last Bartender.
Oh, you gonna play that one?
Yes.
All right, we'll play that one.
I was walking through, let me tell the crowd about this.
Okay.
Walked through a food line one morning, it was about 10 o'clock, which was early, because I never get up till noontime. But as I was walking around the front, one of those sign advertisements that they have up front caught my eye. And I thought it said The Last Bartender. That's a nice thought. So I backed up and looked at it. It said The Last Airbender. But I thought The Last Bartender is going to make a much better song.
That's
So
terrible. That's a movie, in case
Avatar,
nobody
right?
knows what that
That's
is.
Avatar.
Honest, I don't know what it is.
It's a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I never watch movies. But anyway,
It's probably a good thing.
yeah.
You're already
I had the chorus by the time I got to the end of the row, but I didn't have anything to write it down on. So I got a box of Frosted Flakes and ripped it
the
open
best.
and wrote it on the inside of the box and folded it back up and threw it in my cart. Then when I got out to the car,
What'd you do with the
I
Frosted Flakes?
I bought them. Although they were still in a plastic bag. I just ripped the box open. So
Don't
anyway.
waste Frosted Flakes.
Oh no. Yeah, we're tuned good enough.
Yeah.
Good enough for songwriters. Anyway, this is the last part. I've had this recorded twice. I'm still waiting on my millions to come in. Every place is closed, nobody's buying. Just you and me. Hope you know I'm not lying all over town, trying to come down again. Well, please don't try to look me in the eye, 'cause you know that I would never lie. The guy out there liked it. To the last bartender. Well, you know, this coat ain't new, and I've got clothes warm in both my shoes, and I've been walking tonight, trying to find a light within. Are we running over time?
No, you're good.
I can cut this off right here.
No, keep going.
Keep going. I'm wanting so hard not to fall. Don't tell me that I missed last call from the last bartender. Well, this is the part I wrote on the Frosted Flakes box. I'm gonna make it, man. You know I mean. But it seems I've spent my whole life walking up here. Sir, I'm running on empty now, and I'm down to a crawl. If you could show mercy to me at all, oh, last bartender. It's easy for me to be denying. Well, I'm hurting so, don't want to start crying, pouring out my heart, making a new start in the morning. Well, you've been here, you know how I feel. Is there any way that we can strike the deal? Oh, let's bartender. I'm gonna make it, man. You know I will. But it seems I've spent my whole life walking up here. Sir, I'm running on empty now, and I'm down to a crawl. If you could show mercy to me at all, oh, last bartender. Everyone who's clapping, thank you.
Are you-
For the rest of you,
I wasn't.
forget about it.
Are you part of NSAI or TSAI or the NAACP or anything?
I belong to that group that you operate. Was it the KK? Oh,
No.
We're not in that group.
Oh! Hey, I have a question for you if you don't mind me.
What?
I said,
The answer, I got the answer before you even asked the question.
Okay.
The answer is I don't know. Now, what's your question?
Okay. Are you influenced by Mr. Jimmy Buffett?
Mm,
Because you have your songwriting, and also the shirt gave me the vibes, you know?
yeah.
I don't know.
This
but,
thing just gives me the itch. It didn't get washed clean last time.
Oh, okay.
All right, we were playing over at. We were in Asheville, North Carolina. What's the name of the restaurants? The
McDonald's?
Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, Margaritaville.
No.
Yeah. It's Margaritaville.
Cool.
We'll say
Cool
that is
Reefer?
for sure. No, but it's something else.
Heritage?
No, about the burger.
Cheeseburger in Paradise?
Yes.
Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Playing a cheeseburger in paradise. And I'm playing for this guy, H.B. Beverly, and I'm setting my steel up, on the platform. Platform's about this big. We're trying to get 6 musicians up there with a drum set, But anyway, while I'm setting this up, this old lady, elderly lady, comes up and goes, "Are you Jimmy Buffett?" And I said, "Well, yes, I am. I found out I can make a whole lot more money playing steel guitar for H.B. Beverly." And she believed me for about 10 or 15 seconds. She just stood there looking at me. Then she finally figured out I was pulling her leg and walked off. She left her leg there, though.
Oh, man, we're gonna get banned from YouTube.
Oh,
I mean, from Facebook.
Enjoy this show. It's the last episode.
Very last episode, we've had some innuendos and some racial things.
Oh.
That's how I came in the window.
I hope to see you again when they renew our. Anyway, you need to just hush. Let me talk to him.
Okay,
Again.
I'll get my tea while you two talk.
All right. Where do you get your ideas for your songs? You kind of talked about, the 80s and Michael Jackson and Bruno Mars and all that. So where do you get the ideas for your songs at?
In my brain, Bob. No. I would say it definitely the inspiration spurs differently sometimes each time, but the main thing, the main process at least, is it's guitar first.
Okay.
And
So
a lot of people have told me they write
on lyrics.
on lyrics, just specifically on that. And I'll come up with a melodic idea a lot quicker than I will a lyrical idea most of the time. Every once in a
Well,
while.
it helps the way you play guitar too.
I guess, yeah.
That you can. It's almost like I've noticed like piano players. There seems to be more that you can do with piano and flats and all that stuff.
Right.
And when you have 3 chords, you can only do so much. But I think you expand your playing, and then you can just put your own lyrics in there
I guess
and make
you
it sound good.
Probably right, yeah. That's kind of how Pretty Please came about. Was through that riff originally.
Yeah.
Now, did you mean that in turn, or based on influences? Or?
Well, I'll give you an example with me. Sometimes you get an idea because you hear something, somebody says something, or you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And it pops in your head while you're sleeping, and then you got to get up and write it all down. It ends up being garbage anyway, but that's kind of where you get.
That's where you get started,
that's
at
where you-
least,
yeah.
And I'd say I wrote a lot of songs. I call it in my man cave, and some ideas will just kind of pop in my head there. And I'm definitely a night worker. It'll come at night most of the time. But I'd say. Really, it's depending on the mood of what I'm playing a lot of the time. Like that riff, I decided I wanted to write something fun and with some innuendos in there as well. I just wanted something kind of like Bruno Mars would do. And there's other tunes. I have one that's I call my most personal song, and I came actually back into my apartment in North Carolina and sat down and I started writing. And usually I have to process my emotions, especially with a real life situation, before I will write a song. could be months after. But at that point, it was like I came and sat down and started writing. So it depends on the song. It's kind of a different process each time.
Yeah.
I suppose.
How about
Yeah.
you? Where do you get your ideas?
Grocery store signs.
Yeah, everyday life.
You
just,
you wrote. You told me this before. You wrote 6,000 songs.
before I
Wow.
left Bristol. That was about 10 years ago. I used to number them, which is the dumbest thing in the world, but after I left Bristol, in the world am I putting these numbers down? Who cares? You know, because I don't. But,
Do you find that since you wrote 6,000 songs, that you have different melodies,
oh yeah.
or do you think that some of them kind of sound the same?
Oh yeah, if you go through 6,000 songs, yeah, you're going to find something that might sound the same. But no, I get honest. It's, you know, if you're out at the grocery store, or the gas station, 7-Eleven, somebody will always say something. Think, hey, that's a good hook line.
Yeah.
And you learn to listen like a songwriter.
Yeah.
And those things will hit you, and you know as soon as somebody says something,
Right.
write it down.
Yeah.
Don't forget it, except what I'm guilty of.
See, I don't write songs every day like some people do. I
I've
wait.
never met anybody like that.
Oh, I hear people all the time say it. Is that you?
Yeah, I write every night. I start at 10 o'clock, and I write till 2.
You write a full song.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You write a full song.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you can write 2 or 3, depending on what's hitting you. But if it's something's good, then I'll go on till 3 or 4. But generally, no matter how good it is, I try to go to bed by 4. Because I have to be up by noon, you know.
I shifted schedule.
Let me let that sink in a minute.
That's why.
I can't see.
What?
You write
That
every
process
day.
is cool.
every
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
by yourself.
90% of the time. Sometimes I'm
How
on the
about you?
phone.
You about co-writes and
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not every day like that. So right now, I'm doing a lot of live shows, some cover shows, you know, some originals, rounds, that kind of thing, like with your Bad Axe. But like this morning, I actually had a co-write. So I try to. My goal has been to do really one a week. That's been my goal recently. Just kind of what's feasible for me right now, and that's bumping it up from what I was doing, because I used to go off based off of inspiration, and I was like, I need to get better at this, and I need to get better at my craft, my artistry. So that's been a huge goal. And I've definitely written a good amount in 2024 so far. It's kind of been trying to get like a fresh start on that.
Yeah.
So, and I have an answer for the last question too now.
what's that?
The songs come a lot from relationships and love and family.
Sure.
And I'd say, you know, he's kind of like everyday life, and mine comes more from, I like to write things that are very personal usually. And if not personal, then completely lighthearted and fun, usually it's one way or the other, completely. So,
A place where I used to get a lot of ideas was from Lifetime Television. You know their
Interesting.
motto? Lifetime Television. Television for men who love women.
Is that really what they said?
No,
I didn't think so.
no, it's just television.
I don't know
for
too
women
many
or something
guys
like
that watch Lifetime.
Oh, but they got great
I know the
books.
guys that turn it off.
Some great stuff. That's all I'm looking for. Is another hook or another opening line. You know.
they have a lot of probably like cheesy phrases too, and you could probably use or yeah.
Yeah.
Will you?
That's cool. Yeah.
I want you to
Yeah.
play. Could you love somebody on a rainy night?
It's not raining yet. I can't.
We'll give it a couple hours. It's supposed to pour today.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I left Bobby's
This is
afternoon.
one of the best songs. This one and the one
That
about-
other one. Yeah, that
Yeah,
other
oh
one.
man.
What kind of pick are you using? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, that was your pick. You left one last night.
Oh yeah, that's what I use. Fender.
Fender Triangle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I'm a thumb pick guy. So I didn't know that,
I used when I play pedal steel, I'm thumb and 2 fingers.
Yeah.
And on this, I don't use a thumb pick, but I'm a thumb and 3 fingers.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
now I forgot what the question was. But anyway, Yeah. No, I like to get to. I grew up playing in bands, you know, after I got out of school. And I always despised rhythm guitar players who were over there kicking little notes and all kinds of stuff. I said, listen, bud, you're the rhythm guitar man. Don't do anything else.
But the
just play rhythm.
Yeah.
We've got guitar players over here, got a fiddle player, we've got a keyboard player. We don't need all that crap in the middle of the song. Sometimes they learn, sometimes we got another job.
Yeah.
What did you want to hear? Bartender's Blues?
No. Could you love somebody? That's a great song. Cool.
Hey,
What?
you got to do something for me.
What's that?
When I'm playing at a place where you are,
Yeah.
don't get up and go, this guy's a legend, you're going to like, because you set the bar so high, I can't do anything but come down.
But you're a legend. In your own mind.
This song's pitiful. I
No,
just want to tell you
it's
the
a
name.
good
Oh,
song.
no, shut up.
I love this song.
I still haven't gotten that $100 from last night.
I know.
I'm
The
here to
check's-
collect.
The check's in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to eat something. That's part of it.
What?
There's
And
enchiladas.
Oh. Well, I did drink the tea. Tea's good.
He is
Give
good.
me some
Our show's
advice.
going awful long tonight. Go ahead,
The
PJ.
advice is don't drink the Kool-Aid. All right, here we go. That's the new way to play it. My watch says 10:30. The time is standing still. The waiter says they're closing now, and it's time to pay the bill. You fumble with your jacket, and I'm digging for my keys. We won't look each other in the eyes. We're afraid of what we'll see. Let me be real honest. I don't want to go home alone, or drive in this rain all over town. Until the morning comes, you'll think I've got a lot of nerve with what I'm gonna say. But with it pouring down, I hoped you'd feel the same thing anyway. Are you gonna do the harmony? Could you love somebody on a rainy night? That's enough. Listen to the showers falling down. It feels so right. There's just too much magic to eat. Hey, how you expect me to play if you're sitting there laughing? Could you love somebody on a rainy night? This song is a lot better when we're serious, but second verse, how's the second verse go?
Same as the first.
Yeah, a little different. The lucky stars are shining, the moon is not in view. The weatherman says rain all night, maybe tomorrow too. We'll both get soaked racing for the car. Why we park so far away? Oh well, my lucky stars must be in line, 'cause I just heard you say. You ready? Could you love somebody on a rainy night? Then listen to the showers falling down. It feels so right. There's just too much magic to even put up a fight. Could you love somebody on a rainy night? Could you love Bobby Ray on a rainy night? And now we're giving out the Golden Globes for Harmony Singer of the Year. Going nominee is Bobby Ray.
No.
Wait a minute, we're opening the envelope right now. And There's nothing written on it at all.
I think he needs to have his own show. All right, Carson, let me ask you, are you happy with...
Hold it. We just ran out of tape. We'll get you on the next show.
Okay.
Are you happy with your achievements so far since you've been down here?
You know, I am actually. It's been that scream. Anyway,
That was the dog.
okay.
A couple of the dogs got the neighbor out here.
I think it's yeah.
What
But
do they have in the back? You put them away?
the main thing that I've been really pleasantly surprised with is honestly people. Like, I mean, y'all have been so kind and generous, and I moved up here. I really only knew my best friend and my godparents, and you know they're family enough that acted as my family.
Where'd you move from?
North Carolina.
North
So
Carolina.
just about an 8-hour drive up, so not too far. My family's still down there, but you know, I just kind of, when I got here, I tried to hustle as much as I could and go in person to places and see if they would hire me for shows. And now I'm doing it full time. I've had a gig pretty much every day this week except for today, and it was. It's been due to, I think, hard work and persistence and emailing and getting to know people like you and write songs with people who are very, very talented. And it's only been 7 months, and it feels like a lot longer in a good way.
No, that's fantastic that you've done that much
Talent
in 7
will
months.
rise to the top.
I appreciate it.
And you've got a good sound. You've got a good sound.
What about you? Now, you've been here a long time. About how long?
I first showed up in Nashville like in '75. I moved here in 1980. I didn't stayed about 6 months. And you smoking a cigarette?
No, babe.
Oh, I could use a cigarette. Y'all serving those with dinner?
Inside the enchilada. Yeah, eat a cigarette. Yeah. Got it.
Enchilada in this hand, Coke in this hand, and a cigarette right here.
Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah,
I think you meant
Coca-Cola.
Hain.
We gotta
You know what Bobby's serving. Did you have a question for one of us?
Yes, you were supposed to answer.
What was the question? Oh, why? Yeah, okay. But then I moved back right around '99. Then I moved to Chattanooga. Chattanooga was good. So that's the years that I was touring, and you had 3 major interstates, so you could get almost anywhere from Chattanooga except the Carolinas. The Carolinas were hard to get to. You had to travel down towards Atlanta or all the way back up to 40. Neither one of those were good.
So what is your now you've been here a long time. So do you feel like you've reached your goal, or are you still trying to make it? And what is your definition of making it?
I was going to say I've already made it.
You're on Live in the Living Room.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, this is a real come down, but it's all right. No. Getting ready. It's like Carson said, to hang out with incredibly creative people. And it's like I love going to writers' nights. Not so much to play. I enjoy playing, I'll say that. But I love hearing new songs that people have brought in this week. Here's what I wrote this week.
Yeah.
Now sometimes, same people get up and sing the same songs over and over. That's kind of a drag. But there's so many good new songs that are being written every week. And I love to hear that. That's what I love.
So you're content.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. Wish I could get some more songs cut, but
Do you see that happening?
In the last 7 or 8 years, I've had about 30 cuts, but none of them going through proper channels. So nobody going through a publishing company because I can't get past it. Everyone I happen to be at the right place at the right time, and they were looking for a song that I had already written, and and the indie artists, you're not going to make a lot of money, but it's money,
I've heard now that the outside of cuts are becoming more and more
What was that first part?
I've heard now that like outside cuts are becoming more and more rare. Is that accurate? Is that...
No. Again, there's not a ton of money in it, but there are indie artists cutting stuff every day.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and it's nice, on one hand, to know somebody liked your songs well enough to record them,
Yeah.
but you also wish they had a little more money behind them.
Yeah. I totally understand that.
The last bartender, I had a fellow from Louisiana, he recorded his whole album in Los Angeles. And then, pardon me, a tea's coming back.
Drinking your back.
Then he lost his backer. So that whole album, this has been 7 or 8 years ago, the whole album's still sitting in Los Angeles and
Wow.
probably never going to see the light of day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Another group recorded it called Carpathia. You've never heard of them, have you?
Carpathian.
Yeah. It's because they never did their first show. They
Yeah.
recorded an album, included my song on the album. I got paid in front on this one, so it was nice.
Oh yeah.
But then they had an argument, split up, never did their first show. Somebody's got 10,000 Carpathia albums in the living room closet somewhere.
I had 500 Penitent Heart CDs in the closet.
Who?
That was my band I had.
Oh,
They were called Penitent Heart.
oh,
It was
because they weren't.
nobody would buy them.
Oh, well, I can say this: I haven't done a CD now in about 6 years.
No, that's gone.
It's become
Yeah.
obsolete now.
Yeah, I just bought 500 because I thought I might have trouble selling those. I still have 75 boxes underneath my bed that nobody wants. I've tried
Goodwill.
giving them away.
Goodwill wants it.
I forget where I was playing someplace a month or two back, and I said, anybody just want one of these things? Then I said, does anybody here have a CD player? One guy raised his hand and he had a CD player. So, yeah, they're impossible to sell.
Yeah.
But let's make a CD. So let me ask you this: if you released it, let me ask you, if you release a CD, you release a whole CD or do you release a single track?
Well, up till now, it was the whole CD.
Yeah.
'Cause they used to sell.
Yeah.
You make quite a bit of money.
Now it's just single
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah. I've got 9 albums that I've done. And, but there's just, I probably have 3 or 4 albums ready to be recorded, but there's just no sense in it.
Yeah.
You know, what good's that going to do me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you play one more for us?
Sure. Always.
Talk about which do a personal song.
Slower song.
Yeah, the one that you were talking about. If it's not too personal.
Yeah, no, of course not. That's why I wrote it.
Now here's Bobby Ray's favorite song.
I've never heard it.
Oh.
You can do harmonies.
I have to hear it first.
Could you love somebody? Not that one, not that one.
So, this one came about back. It's been actually right at a full year ago that I wrote the song, and still in college, about to graduate, and had a lot of stuff going on. It's amazing what can happen in a year, y'all. It's amazing. So I was in a pretty rough place, all things considering, just mentally, just going through a breakup, and you get back together with somebody and you break up again, and it just becomes really complicated, and your feelings get all messy. And so I was feeling particularly lonely one day, came home to my apartment, sat down, and I put my head down for a second, and I got out my notepad. And I was like, okay, it's time to get this out so I can start feeling a little bit better. And I came up with the first line, and it was, I want you to be the dumbest choice I'll ever make. And that kind of sums up the whole song in terms of how I felt in that moment. I wanted, to get back with her again, and to, my heart wanted one thing, and my brain told me that it wasn't a good idea. So it was that fight, and I know it's a pretty common feeling, and it's just,
Somebody's trying to sneak out without paying.
I see that. Can you give me your water? I'm dying of thirst.
thirsty, Bobby.
Come in for a land.
I'm right here, man. But this is called Edge of Broken, and I'd love to put it out at some point. One of my other goals for this year is to get in the studio and actually record the songs I've been wanting to record for a while, because that is something I really feel like I need and want to do to further.
What's the name of this one now?
Edge of Broken.
Edge of
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. So. Girl, you tear me up, but I can't get enough of you. Said but true. We're split, but now I'm split in two. Half in love and half wants to hate you. That's something I can't do. There's a void I'm trying to fill. I've already lost my will, and you know it. You want me to show it. I want you to be the dumbest choice I ever made. I want you to see the lines I cross, the risk I'll take. Decide your fate, walk away, or stay and make me crazy lady. I'm on the edge of broken, so go ahead and break me. So go ahead and break me. You're not okay. You're not moving on. At least I try, but I replay the same song. That's how I said it. It's gone on for too long. My jealousy, it knows no bounds. I turn around and I hear the sound of you talking to another man. You know full well I'll give a damn, but you try to rope me back. And all you want's to win me back. I would say it doesn't work like that, but I want you to be the dumbest choice I ever made. I want you to see the lines I cross, the risk I'll take. Decide your fate, walk away, or stay and make me crazy lady. I'm on the edge of broken, so go ahead and break me. I want you to be the best mistake of my whole life, and I want you to see you killed my trust, but at least I'll try to decide who you wanna be. 'Cause I can't hold on no longer to everything that's broken. I'm on the edge of broken. Baby, please don't break me. Baby, please don't, please don't, please don't. So go ahead. Girl, you tear me up, but I can't get enough of you.
Very good. All right. Well, how are we on time?
You're over.
We're over. All right. Well, we want to thank you for joining us tonight live in the living room.
And we do want everybody to know that we're not signing autographs. Bobby got the short straw, so he'll be out front signing autographs later on this evening.
Only left arm.
I'm sure the crackheads are going to care. All right, so tell everybody real quick where you're going to be if anybody's in Nashville and they want to come see you.
Yeah, well, pretty much I'm playing around every day. As of right now, I'm booked out pretty far, and it's been a huge blessing. So, I mean, you can find me at carsonmacmusic.com. That's where I have all my gigs listed. And Carson Mac is M-A-C, not M-A-C-K. And Carson Mac Music is all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, is at Carson Mac Music. I post all my stuff on there, and I'm trying to also post more videos of original tunes and some covers as well. So if anybody's around this weekend, I'm at Jonathan's Grill from 4 to 7 tomorrow, Friday. And I'm at Margaritaville on Broadway for those of you who are in the bachelorette parties and want to come out. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So I got the late night shift. But
Wow.
yeah, it should be pretty rad.
Yes.
I'm excited.
How about you? Where are you playing at next?
I'm going to be at room 333. I'm not going to tell you which hotel. You just keep searching all the hotels.
There you go.
Go to room 333. If I'm there, I'll let you in.
I'll go to every one. No.
Well, if it's after 3 in the morning, I'm not letting you in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not riding past that town.
No, not
So
today.
PJ's not playing anywhere, are you?
No.
You have any rounds coming up?
No.
No. You're just in town for a little bit, then you're back to
Yeah.
where? West Virginia or Virginia?
West Virginia, Virginia. That's the question. Virginia. Abingdon, Virginia.
That's a song.
You're from Virginia. Or is that?
That's where I'm living right
You
now.
know that? That's a song you should write.
Oh, okay.
West Virginia or Virginia?
That one's yours, Bob.
Well,
I'm
maybe.
such a generous guy.
Maybe.
I'm going to let you write that.
Hi, Mom.
All right. Hi. Everybody say hi to my mom.
Oh, how about his
Hello,
mom?
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Was it
It's her birthday.
Mrs. Ray?
No, not Mrs. Ray. Mrs. Connell.
Mrs. Connell. Is your name Bobby Connell?
Yeah.
Bobby Ray Connell. Is
Yeah.
Ray your middle name?
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why
hey,
Carson
we're not
Neil's my
supposed to
middle
be
name.
not supposed to be putting that private information out. So now Bobby's going to be inundated with letters, fan mail.
Fan mail.
Uh-oh.
Anyway.
Go find him. Go stalk him.
I failed
He's a
to.
stalker.
I failed last live in the living room to give kudos to Adrian, my wife. She puts everything together and cooks.
You're married to her? I thought she was the producer.
She is the producer.
And the chicken enchiladas
and
are heavenly.
Yeah, she did really good. And then Danielle for letting us use her side of the house. We really appreciate it. Putting the monsters in their cages. This is the first one that they haven't been at. It's the second one. Anyway, I'm playing this Saturday at Just Love Coffee on Music Row from
What time?
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
Or 10 to 12.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Okay.
Oh, not at night.
Because I'm at 10 to 2 at night.
10 to 12.
You could just stay up and greet him when he gets to the door.
But who's next on Live in the Living Room?
Matt Nagy and Zach Loss.
Matt Nagy and Zach Loss are going to be next on Live in the Living Room. It's going to be, what, 2 weeks?
April 2nd.
April 2nd. And they are in a band together called the Imaginary Eagles. So they are quite a pair. So we will see you next time. Take us home with some music.
What you want?
Something
Like a little-
bluegrassy.
Okay.
Live in the living room.
Same time next week, same station.
Live in the living room.